So I finally got a chance to sit down and check out the 4 episodes of Marvel Zombies, which is the new Disney Plus Marvel animated series that it's a spin-off of the What If series. There was 1 episode in the first season around Marvel Zombies. And all in all, I think any longtime Marvel fan is familiar with Marvel Zombies. It's a cool what if idea that back in the day I just loved the imagery of. And I think that in general, this show does a good job of capturing that fun fan servicey element to it. The animation is definitely upgraded from What If was doing, and I think What If in general had been kind of slowly kind of building that animation from season to season. So here we have really cool, vibrant animation that goes for it. The show is bloody, it's gory, and it's not really precious at all about who they kill. There are characters that are big Marvel characters who appear for a short window of time and ultimately end up getting decimated. And then there are some characters that are with you along the entirety of the 4 episodes who will still end up getting decimated at some point. I love that this show kind of went for it. They were not kind of shy about it being bloody. And you have a lot of returning cast members from the movies playing their roles in the animated form, like Iman Vellani, you have Florence Pugh, you have David Harbour, Paul Rudd in the mix, and of course a couple other characters that are not played by the big names, like Thor isn't played by the big name. And one of the most notable ones in here being Blade Knight, which is a mix between Blade and Moon Knight, as it's Blade with Khonshu embedded in him, just like Moon Knight. And I thought that was a really cool element, but one thing that's interesting is he's made to look like Mahershala Ali, but he isn't played by Mahershala Ali. So I thought that was interesting given the fact that we haven't seen Mahershala Ali's Blade actually get his movie yet. So I thought that was a very interesting choice, but I love the inclusion of Blade Knight. I thought he was one of the coolest parts of these 4 episodes. And I honestly wish that they had maybe kind of stretched it out to 6 or 8, because narratively, I don't necessarily know that I thought the end was all that satisfying, especially for the journey our characters had been going on. There's also a central plot for a majority of the 4 episodes that at a certain point kind of fizzles out, and it kind of makes certain things feel aimless. But still, despite that grievance, I do think this is a show that just delivers on the fun Marvel Zombies action. I do wish they had put more of the classic Avengers in here. They all have moments to shine, but the central characters we're focusing on are Miss Marvel and a group of a lot of newer characters like Shang-Chi and Red Guardian, Yelena, some really great characters. And of course, there are some iconic MCU characters who are, in this series as zombies and not zombies, but I do wish that they had a little bit more of them. I have a full review over on my YouTube channel if you're interested to hear me talk a little bit more about it, but all in all, I thought Marvel Zombies was a lot of fun, even if I didn't love the end.